Assalamu alaikum. Okay, students, today we are going to solve the paper 4 extended. Code is 0580, paper is 41, May June 2024, 2 hours 30 minutes. Total marks for this paper is 130. Okay, our first question is, the table shows areas in kilometer square of the 4 largest rainforests in the world. The table is given, areas are given. In part 1, find the area of the Valdivian rainforest as a percentage of the area of Amazon forest. So what you do is, area of Valdivian is 250,000 square kilometer divided by Amazon 5,500,000 kilometer square multiplied by 100. So this is 4.54. So 4.5%. Write in its simplest form the ratio of areas of the rainforest Valdivian Atlantic Congo. So write down their areas and now simplify them in the same table. So first cancel the zeros. So 3 zeros from 3 parts gone, and now divided by 5. Again 5. So this is the final simplest form of ratios, because it cannot be simplified in single one table. So write down in the answer space 50 to 63 and 400. Part 3 says Amazon rainforest has 60% of its area in Brazil, 10% of its area in Colombia, and 43.1/3% of the remaining area of the rainforest is in Peru. Find the percentage of the Amazon rainforest that is in Brazil, Colombia, and Peru. So 60 plus 10 is 70%. So remaining area is 100 minus 70 means 30%. 43/1/3 of 30. So convert the 43, this mixed number, into improper fraction and solve it, simplify it. So we get 13%. So 70 plus 13 is 83. Hope you understand this. Part 4, the area of the Amazon rainforest represents 27/50 of the total area of rainforest in the world. Calculate the total area of rainforest in the world. Give your answer correct to the nearest 100,000 km per square kilometer. So take x as the total area. So 27/50 of x is equal to 5,500,000. Now make x subject. So this is nearest 100,000. So you convert this till 1. So this becomes 102, and rest of the numbers will be converted into zeros. So this is your answer. In the world, 60.7 hectares of the rainforest are lost every minute. Calculate the total area in hectares of rainforest that is lost in 365 days. Give your answers in standard form. So 365 into 24, there are 24 hours in a day. So 8,760 hours. Now multiplied by 60. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So this is the total minutes. So these minutes are multiplied by 60.70, and it comes out 319,03920. So convert it into standard form. So place the decimal after 3 and count the numbers, and it becomes the power of 10. So you can write 3.19 into 10 power 7. B part says the Amazon River has length of 6440 km, correct to the nearest 10 km. Congo River has a length of 4400 km, correct to the nearest 100 km. Calculate the upper bound of the difference between the lengths of the Amazon River and the Congo River. So whenever the examiner gives some value after writing correct to the nearest, so you always divide it by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5 km, 100 divided by 2 is 50 km. So upper bound of the difference between the length of Amazon River and the Congo River. So what you do, upper bound of Amazon River 6440 plus 5, 6445 km, and lower bound of Congo River is 4400 minus 50, 4350 km. So 6445 minus, you take the upper bound of Amazon and the lower bound of Congo. So this will give us the upper bound of the difference between these two rivers, and this is 2095 km. Okay, this question is on the grid, draw the image of triangle T after a reflection in the x-axis. So reflect every point in the x-axis, like the first point, this point will be reflected on the other side of the x-axis. I have marked it with red, and this point will be reflected. It is 1, 2, 3 units from x-axis, so 3 units on the other side of the x-axis from the x-axis. Here it goes. I marked it with red dot. Likewise, this is third point. So this is also 3 blocks from the x-axis, so count 3 blocks on the other side of the x-axis. So I marked it there. Now join them with the lines. So it has been reflected in the x-axis. And second part says triangle T after a translation by the vector -5, -2. So move each point -5 unit to the left in x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 units down. 1, 2 here. So this point will come here. Now do the same thing with the other point. This one. I'm doing it with black dots. -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 2 unit down, -2. This point will come here. And the third one, I'm doing it with blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, -5 here, and go down 2 units, -2. So this blue will come here. So I mistakenly erased the black dot, so let me bring it again here. So join them with the line, so T has been translated in this way. Third part says triangle T after an enlargement by scale factor -1/2 and center -1, 1. So this is our center of enlargement, -1 plus 1. Now join one point of the triangle T and extend it, make a line, and now count the distance from first top point till center of enlargement, like this. You measure them, it is 4.2. Now divide 4.2 by 2 because it says minus 1 by 2, the scale factor is. So 4.2 divided by 2 is 2.1. From center of enlargement, you count 2.1 on the ruler. So there is a point. I marked it with the red. This is 2.1. Now do the same thing with the point beyond the first point on the triangle T. So measure it, this distance, this is 8.8. Now divide it by 2 because we have to enlarge at a scale of half. Minus half means from center of enlargement we have to extend. So 4.4. So count 4.4. Here it is 4.4 from center of enlargement. So we mark these 2 points. And now for the third point, I am drawing it with the blue marker. So measure it. This measurement is 5.4. So divided by 2. So we get 2.7. So mark it from the center of enlargement 2.7 and erase all this working because I have done this working just to make you people understand. And now join these points you have marked on the lines. So your enlargement is on minus 1 over 2 scale factor from center of enlargement. Part B says a shape P is enlarged by scale factor 3 to give shape Q. Shape Q is then enlarged by scale factor 2 over 5 to give shape R. Area of shape P is 10 centimeters square. Calculate the area of shape R. Okay, so our formula says area of Q, scale factor, the square of the scale factor, I am writing it K, into area of P. So 3 square into 10, 9 into 10, 90. This is area of Q. Now to get the shape R, square of scale factor into area of Q. So our scale factor is 2 over 5, so square of 2 over 5 into area of Q, which is 90. So simplify it, you get 14.4. This is our part B. Question number 3. C is equal to 1 over 4 xy square. Find C when x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 8. This is a simple question. Just place the values in x and y and simplify it. So C is equal to 80. Find the positive value of y when C is equal to 15 and x is equal to 2.4. Again, put the values in the main equation and now make y square the subject and y is the square root of 25, so plus minus 5. So he says positive value, so pick 5. Write a single fraction in its simplest form. So take the LCM and 4 will be multiplied by 2x plus 5 and 3 will be multiplied by x minus 1 and the denominator will be x minus 1 2x plus 5. In the numerator you just multiply 4 inside the bracket and multiply 3 inside the bracket. You get this simplified like terms. This is your final answer. Expand and simplify. First open 4 minus whole square as you open the identity a minus b whole square. So it is 16 minus 8x plus x square. Now multiply this with 2x plus 3. So 2x will first go with 16. It becomes 32x. minus 2x will go with 8, 16x. Then 2x will go with x square, so 2x cube. Now comes 3 will go with 16, 48. 3 will go with 8, 24. 3 will go with x square, 3x square. Now the polynomials, the highest power will come first, then comes the 3x square, and now 32x minus 16x minus 24x is minus 8x plus 48. So this is your final answer. D part, simplify y power 8 over 16x whole power 16 whole power negative 3 over 4. So if you reciprocate this fraction, the negative power will be converted into positive. So write down 16 x power 16 over y power 8 whole power positive 3 over 4. So everything written inside the bracket has the power 3 over 4. So write it separately. Now simplify it. I have written instead of 16 4 power 2 because powers always multiply with each other, so they cancel like this. So 4 can also be written as 2 power 2. So your final answer is this. Write in the answer space. So box and whisker plot. The first line of the box is Q1, which is known as lower quartile. The middle one is Q2, which is known as median. And the last line of the box is Q3, which is upper quartile. Last point is the highest value and first point is the lowest value. So you have just to take the reading from the graph. This is 9.3. Each box is of 0.2. Each small block is 0.2. So median is 9.3. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. So upper quartile is, if you read it from the graph, this is 11.6 and the lower quartile is 8.2. Subtracted, you get the interquartile 3.4. Find the difference between average speed of the fastest car and the average speed of the slowest car. Give your answer in km per hour. Okay, speed is equal to distance divided by time. So distance is 195, which is given. Time is 13. And simplify it, you get 15 meter per second. Another speed equal distance divided by time. Distance is same 195 and the lowest time is 6. So 32.5 meter per second. So difference is 17.5 meter per second. So now we have to convert it into kilometer per hour. So meter over second equals kilometer over hour. So there are 1000 meters in kilometer, 1 kilometer, and there are 3600 seconds in hour. So we have to, because we are moving from lower to the higher value. Lower means meter per second and the higher value is kilometer per hour. So we have always to divide if we are moving from lower to higher. So we will divide 17.5 by this fraction 1000 over 3600. So simplify it now. 17.5 into, reciprocate the fraction. Now simplify it. So this is 63 km per hour. Matilda records the distance that 80 different cars can travel with a full tank of fuel. Table shows this information. Write down the class interval that contains a median. Okay, it take the value 80, which is even. So divided by 2, you get 40, and the next number is 41. So start counting the frequency from the start. 17 plus 13 plus 19, and this is 39, so it means 40th and the 41st value is in the class 420 to 450. So median lies in this class. Estimate of the mean. To calculate mean, we use the formula sum of f of x over sum of f. So we need the mid value. So 250 plus 300 divided by 2 will give us the middle value, and that would be our x. Frequency is 7. So calculate all the mid values. I'm writing it there. Now 7 into 275 plus 13 into 350 and 19 into 410 and 21 into 435 plus 20 into 475 divided by all the frequency, addition of all the frequency, and this will give us the value this, and our mean is 411.25. A histogram is drawn to show the information in the table. The height of the bar of the interval 250 to 300 is 2.8. Calculate the height of the bar for each of the following intervals. So for this we have to calculate the frequency density of each class. So frequency density of the given class is 7 over frequency divided by class width, which is 7 over 50, and frequency density is 0.4. So what I will do now, height equals frequency density. Height is given 2.8 and frequency density is 0.14. I will compare it with the other classes. So let us calculate the frequency densities of other classes. So frequency over class width 13 over 350. 13 over 100. Class width is 400 minus 300. So 0.13. And frequency density of next is 19 divided by 20. 420 minus 400. Class width. And this is 0.95. Frequency density of this class, frequency is 21 and class width is 450 minus 420, which is 30, and frequency density is 0.7. Frequency density of last class is frequency is 20 and class width is 500 minus 450, which is 50. So frequency density is 0.4. So we will use these frequency densities to calculate the height of the bars. So height is x and frequency density is 0.13 of the next class. So cross multiply. So 2.8 into 0.13 divided by 0.14. So our height is 2.6. So for the class from 300 to 400, height of the bar would be 2.6. So do the same comparison with the next class, which is 400 to 420. So height equals frequency density. Height is 2.8 and frequency density is 0.14. This is for the information which is given in the beginning of the question. So now height is x and frequency density 0.95 for the class which is from 400 to 420. Cross multiply and x is equal to 19, which is our height. For the last class, we compare the same with the given information in the beginning of this part. Height equals frequency density. Height is 2.8, frequency density is 0.14. So height is x and frequency density of the last class is 0.7. So solve it for x, which is height. So 14 is our answer. 2 of the 80 cars are chosen at random. Find the probability that with a full tank of fuel, one of the cars can travel more than 450 km and the other car can travel not more than 300. So more than 450 kilometer, and this is I think we have 20 cars. So 20 over 80 into not more than 300, and not more than 300 we have 7 cars. So the next would be 7 over 79, and I will multiply this by 2. Why by 2? Because it can be taken as, suppose if we would have taken 7 cars first which are not more than 300, so we would have written it like 7 over 80, then we would have written multiply 20 by 79. So instead of doing that, I just multiplied it by 2. So we will get the probability of this 14 over 316, which is when simplified we get 7 over 158. So our question number 5, point P is a point 1 comma 7, Q is a point 5 comma minus 5. Find PQ. So PQ is OQ minus OP, because it is in the shape of coordinate it is given. So this is, we can write it like OQ minus OP. So OQ is given and OP is given. So write it under them and simplify it. We get 4 minus 12. This is our answer, PQ. Show that OP magnitude equals OQ magnitude. So magnitude, to find the magnitude, we have the formula x square plus y square whole under root. So you just write down the magnitude of OP, which is 1 square plus 7 square whole under root, square root of 50. Now magnitude of OQ is 5 square plus minus 5 square whole under root, and this is again root 50. So therefore magnitude of OP equals magnitude of OQ. PQ is a chord of a circle with center O. Calculate the circumference of this circle. So this is chord, okay, and suppose this is our circle, but this does not look like O is the center of this circle. Let me try to make it again. Okay, roughly I can say this, O is the center and OP is the radius. Now use the formula for circumference, is equal to 2 pi r. So 2 into 3.142 into radius is our OP, which is root 50, and solve it with the help of calculator. You will get answer 44.43. So in part 4, PQ is the diameter of a different circle with center R. Find the coordinates of R. So find the midpoint coordinates of PQ, because he said PQ is the diameter. So x1 plus x2 over 2 comma y1 plus y2 over 2. This is the formula for midpoint. Now place the values in it. X1 is 5 plus 1 over 2 and minus 5 plus 7 over 2. Simplified, so 3 comma 1 is the midpoint. These are the coordinates of R. Fifth part, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Give your answer in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So if we are going to find the equation of perpendicular bisector, we first know the gradient of PQ because we will reciprocate its gradient to find the gradient of the perpendicular bisector, and then we will use the coordinates of the midpoint to form the equation of PQ. Okay, so this is our midpoint coordinates. So gradient of PQ is, formula is this, put the values, find the gradient, which is -3. So this is the gradient of PQ. So gradient of the perpendicular bisector would be opposite of minus is plus and opposite or reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3. Now put the values in y equals mx plus c. 1 over 3 we can write in place of m, and in y you put 1 and in x you put 3, simplified, so c is 0. So equation is y is equal to 1 over 3. Position vector of A is A, the position vector of B is B, M is a point on AB such that AM ratio MB is equal to 2 ratio 3. Find in terms of A and B the position vector of M. Give your answer in its simplest form. So let's try to make a diagram. So write 0 AB here. So M could be somewhere near A, and its ratio AM is 2 and MB is 3. So OA is A and OB is B. Now find OM. So OM equals OA plus AM. So OA is A plus AM is, we don't know. So to find AM we have to find AB first. So AB is equal to OB minus OA. So OB is B and OA is A. So B minus A is over AB. And AM is equal to, we can say, 2/5 of AB. So AM would be equal to 2/5 of B minus A. So write this value in AM and now simplify it. So LCM is 5. So 5A plus 2B minus 2A. So 5A minus 2A is 3A plus 2B over 5. So you can write, actually it is already simplified, but neatly you can write it like 3 over 5A plus 2 over 5B. So this is your OM. Question number 6. Find the bearing of the harbor from boat C. Okay, make a clockwise direction north. So we have to find this angle. So this is 90 degree because she said in the question C is due east of B. So from here, this blue line I am drawing it with the blue line. This is 270 degree. So if I subtract 25 from 270, I will get the bearing, the red one. Show that the angle CBH is equal to 100. Okay, CBH equals 100. How to do this? So 180 minus these two angles inside the triangle will give you the answer. Shown. Angle sum of a triangle. Two angles were given and the third we found it. Show that BH is equal to 13.7. Okay. This BH is 13.7. So no. This is not. We have to use cosine. Sorry, we have to use sine rule. So 32 over sine of 100 is equal to 25, or sorry, BH over sine of 25. So cross multiply and you can find BH, which is 13.73, and it is shown. Calculate the bearing of A from B. So this is a bearing. So first find angle ABH, and this can be found out with the help of cosine rule. Cosine rule is a small letter shows the length. So B square equals A square plus H square minus 2AH cos of angle B. Put the values in them. So simplify it. Make cos of B the subject, and B would be cos inverse of 0.375. That is your angle B, and the bearing would become 90 plus 100 plus this angle 67.93. This is your bearing. Part D. At 1 p.m. boat C sails 32 km directly to the harbor at a speed of 10 knots. Calculate the time when the boat C arrives at the harbor. Give this time correct to the nearest minute, and 1 knot equals 1.852 km per hour. So 1.852 into 10. So this is 18.52 km per hour. And speed equals distance divided by time. So time equals distance divided by speed. Distance is 32, speed is 18.52. So this is your 1.72 hours. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 0.72 into 60 give us 43.2 minutes. So 1 hour 43.2 minutes. So you add from 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. sail time, add 1 hour 43 minute arriving time. So 2 hours 44 minutes or 2 hours 43 minutes. So calculate the distance of boat C to the harbor when the boat C is at the shortest distance from lighthouse B. So shortest distance means you have to make the right angle from B to the HC line. So we have to find this with the help of the right angle triangle, in which we have 55-degree angle and 25 on the top. So sine of 25 equals x over 13.73. So make x a subject. This is 25. Okay. Question number 7. Work out the surface area of the inside of the open box. So all parts are rectangular, so do not calculate the top because there is no top on this box. So the front one is 70 into 40, So I wrote it wrong. It's not 56, it's 2800 into 2. Okay, let me correct it. So first find all the other sides. So let me correct it. It's 28 into 2. This is, and the total is 10100. So this is your answer. Cylinders with height 20 centimeter, diameter 15 are placed in the box. Work out the maximum number of these cylinders that can be completely fit inside the box. Okay, so our diameter is 15 and the height is 20. So our length of the box is 70. So you just divide by 15. 4.6, it means 4 cylinders can be fit lengthwise. Height wise, 40 divided by 20, so it's not 20, it's 2. 20 cylinder can be placed, 2 cylinders can be placed, so one on another. So 4 into 2, 8 cylinders, first layer, and 8 cylinder on their tops, second layer. So 8 plus 8, 16. So 16 cylinders can be fit in. B part, a solid bronze cone has mass 750. The density of bronze is 8.9 gram per cubic centimeter. Ratio radius of cone, height of cone 1:3. Show that the radius of the cone is 2.99 centimeter. Correct to 3SF. Density is equal to mass divided by volume, and the volume of cone with radius R, the formula is given. So okay, let's do it. D is equal to M over V is equal to M over D. So V is equal to 750 over 8.9, and this is volume is 8.84.269. So volume of cone is V is equal to 1 over 3 pi R square H. So you write volume in V. Height is actually, this is your R and this is your H. So H is 3 and R is 1. So cross multiply. So your H is 3R. So you write 84.26 in volume. Pi is 3.142. Radius is your R square. H is your 3R. Now actually this is not R square. This is R cube. Make R cube the subject. R square into R is R cube. So here we go. Here R cube is 26 and cube root of this is 2.99. R is 3 centimeter. Calculate the total surface area of the cone. So in total surface area we have the top of the cone and its base, which is circle. So slant height we have to calculate with the help of Pythagoras theorem. So L square is equal to 3R square plus R square, and 3R square plus R square square root 3 into 2.99 square plus 2.99 square root, and solve it for L. L is 9.455. So pi R square plus pi R L is the total surface area of a cone. Put the values in and you solve it. You get 117. Question number 8. On the axis, sketch the graph of y is equal to x square plus 7x minus 18. Okay, first solve it. So factorize the equation. By midterm breaking, you get x minus 9x plus 2. X is equal to 9, x is equal to minus 2. So x square is positive, so curve is minimum, and this is our minus 2 and 9. Now we need the value on the y-axis, so put 0 in x in the given equation, so we get minus 18. So minus 18, now try to make the curve. I'm not good in drawing, so almost this is a curve, and he needed the values on the x-axis and y-axis, so we have written it. Find the derivative of y equals x square minus 3x minus 28. So dy by dx is 2x square minus 3. And find the coordinates of the turning point of this. So at turning point dy by dx is always 0. So put it 2x minus c equals 0 and x is equal to 3 over 2. Put this value in equation to get y. Here you go, 1.5 and negative 30.25. C part, line y is equal to 5 minus 2x intersects the graph this at a point PQ. Find the coordinate of P and Q. Okay, equate them. Collect like terms. Collect all the terms on one side. Simplify it. And cannot be factorized, so use quadratic formula. So one value is with plus and one value is with negative of x. So with the positive value we have got x is equal to 6.26. So our y would be, put this value in the straight line equation, minus 7.52. Our negative value of x is minus 5.27. So y would be 15.54. Write them in the answer space and you get the answer. Question number 9. F of x is there, g of x is there, h of x is there. Find f of 3. So just you have to place 3 in f of x wherever you see x. So this is your answer of f of 3, 13. G of f of 3. So g of 13, your f of 3 is 13. So put this 13 in g of x. 6 minus 2 into 13. Simplify it. Minus 20 is your g of f of 3. Find g inverse of x. So first of all write, let g of x is equal to y. Now write it with g of x, instead of g of x write it with y, and after writing this make x the subject. So when you made x the subject you have actually inversed it. So you write it now, g inverse of x is equal to, replace y by x, so 6 minus x over 2. Find x when f of x is equal to g of 2x minus 7. So your f of x is 4x plus 1 and g of x, in g of x wherever you see x you write 2x minus 7. Now simplify it. X on one side and numerics are on the other side. So x is equal to 19 over 8 or 2.3. Find the value of h of 2. So you find h of 2. H of 2 is equal to 3 power 2 minus 2. H of 2 is equal to 3 power 0. H of 2 is equal to 1. Now h of 1 is equal to because h of 2 you got 1, so you write h of 1 is equal to 3 power 1 minus 2. So your h of 2 is equal to 1 over 3. Find x when h inverse of x is equal to 10. So h inverse of x is equal to 10. It means that we can write h of 10 is equal to x. So for example, if I write f of 2 is equal to 7, so look, 2 is in the domain, 7 is in the range. So we can say that f inverse of 7 would be equals to 2. So range becomes domain. So it's written h inverse of x is equal to 10. So if we understand this, we can write that h of x is equal, h of 10 is equal to x. So find h of 10. So 3 power 10 minus 2. So h of 10 is 3 power 8. So h of 10 is equal to x. So x is equal to 3 power 8. So x is equal to 6561. Okay. Thank you so much. Here is my phone number. And I'm from Pakistan. Any question, any inquiry, you are welcome. And inshallah see you in the next paper soon. Allah Hafiz.